Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Vodka. I'm your host, Rhea, and I'm handling life one shot at a time. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things pop culture, celebrities, gossip, trends, and let's become best friends. What? I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. What's up, guys? It's Rhea here. I'm so excited today. We have a guest for you. But before that, I'm going to talk about just, this week's hot topics, hot goss. We're trying out a new stand. I feel like like a 1940s radio teleprompter guy. Now you guys can see mine and my guests' beautiful faces. So for everybody watching on YouTube, I got a different mic stand, one for the table. So hopefully you guys can see my face better and my guest's face better. We didn't get any feedback, but just a personal preference. I feel like the arms were in the way, so we're just doing a little test here and there. Also, look how cute this is. Can everybody see my phone case? Taylor got this for us at Caseify. I love Caseify. Although her phone the screen just broke. Anyways, so I'm so excited. This is our first merch. And now when I'm on my phone, which I will be getting an iPad case and I will be getting, actually, first of all, I'll just be getting an iPad. I've been needing an iPad for a while, but who cares? And I'll be getting a, case for my laptop, and we're just going to be Coffee Meets Vodka out. Okay, announcements. If you guys want to donate to the show, remember the link in the bio for you to donate the show. You can, donate any dollar amount that you see fit. It helps us, again, pour back into the show. If you're loving it, it gives us motivation and encouragement to keep going. And, that would be really nice. If you want to be a guest, we have a guest form. You can sign up at the link in our bio as well, on our link tree. And that is going to be on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and Facebook. You'll find the link tree everywhere. All right. Anyways, let's get into the show. So today we have a great guest today. Her name is Codi Alyn. Actually, funny story. Taylor met her at the nail salon. I need to go back to this nail salon. I'm just annoyed that they charge $5 for cuticle cut, $5 for filing your nails, and then $5 for cutting your nails. Girl, that is a manicure. I just want to say $15 extra, that is a manicure. Anywho, they do a good job. I'm not going to lie, and I do like that salon. But so Taylor met our guest today at the nail salon a couple weeks ago. We became besties, and manifesting. New friends in 2024. I'm so excited though to have her on. She's an influencer full time, and she has a really cool story about how she met her husband, and it is giving Hallmark. So I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm jealous in a good way. I'm very excited for you, but we're excited to have her on. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm saving a few articles for her that she's interested in that, we can talk about, and just getting, life of an influencer, and kind of what that looks like. So I'm excited. Okay. Now let's get into the freaking tasks at hand. Yes, the Grammys were last night. I have not that much to talk about the Grammys, but we did watch the Grammys. Taylor, who's Taylor? I was saying you.
I'm Taylor.
Taylor cooked me an amazing meal last night. Taylor cooked me a good meal, and we were watching the Grammys.
It's just funny that you called me Taylor.
I know.
When I was younger, people used to always say that I looked just like Taylor Swift because I had the curly blonde hair and really.
It's me immediately getting jealous.
I know. I was what's that face for?
You bitch. I'm just kidding.
And just my hooded eyes and everything, just people were.
And you both got bleph.
Yep.
You both opened that bitch up.
Yeah. Well, because we couldn't fucking see.
Let there be light. You know what I mean? No, yeah. I could see you looking like Taylor Swift.
But she looks a lot better than I do now. So.
Shut up. You're beautiful. She's just tall as shit.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Honestly, I'm 5'2". What I would give just for to be 5'6".
I know.
You know what I mean? I just think clothes. Honestly, I understand models, runway statistics, how they're oh, guys can't be over 6 feet and women can't be women have to be a minimum of 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". Clothes genuinely do look better. I have another girlfriend, and we have the same exact pants. The black pants that have been giving me a wedgie that I continue to wear because they are comfortable. I did take back the other 2 mom jeans back, but I kept the black ones. And we have the same pants and they just look so much better on her. And I'm like, oh my God, your pants look so good. Where'd you get them? She's like, I think we're wearing the same ones. And I was like, no, we're not. And she's like, yeah, no, we are. They're both from Abercrombie. And I was like, and we read the tag and they were the same. And I was like, doesn't look like this on me.
Like, oh, cool.
Ow, ow, ow. It looks frumpy on me. I should read her closet too for London. I saw what I needed to see and I'm going to move on to a different friend.
I told you
I saw what I needed to see. Wasn't impressed.
my closet is going through rehab right now.
I'm just kidding. No, we do need to do we have it on our list. God, we have so many lists about doing our like Poshmark clean out. Well, anyways, can we start with how Demi Lovato sang Heart Attack at the American Heart Association fundraiser, event, gala, whatever? T-Pain would never let Taylor sing a song like that. So I guess she was singing it in like a set, but like nobody looked at the set and was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't sing this song, even though it was like your #1 hit. Like, we're at an American Heart Association for cardiovascular heart attacks. Like, you know what I mean? Did you see that?
Yeah. No, did you not? Hold on.
We're doing BTS today. So you guys be sure to watch and follow us on TikTok and YouTube and everywhere because we put a lot of work into this bullshit, okay? Well, this isn't bullshit, but you know what I mean.
What I was going to say is
About Demi Lovato.
About Demi Lovato. Okay. So, did you see the article talking about why she said that she sang?
Sungy sang. No.
Sang Heart Attack?
I didn't, and that's
Okay.
why you're here. I love this. It's filling the gap. What do you know that I don't know?
I love when I know things that you don't.
Truly. It always reminds me of that one scene in National Treasure where Riley's like, you don't know about daylight savings time? Like, it's always giving that.
Oh my gosh. So she said that song Heart Attack has been so hard for her to sing and she hasn't been able to sing it since she overdosed, right?
Oh.
And she had
she relapsed recently, right?
She had a heart attack from her overdose.
Overdose. Wait,
Overdose.
what?
Yeah, and so she was saying like she hasn't been able to sing that song since. So she finally built up the courage to sing it as a like
Ode?
I can relate kind of thing.
Not I can relate to your heart attack. Hopefully the people who have made it are sitting in the audience.
Still in the comments were like, that's not the same.
That's also like when I saw this clip on TikTok, a news article, that she was on one of those paranormal activity shows and she was singing to the ghosts to get them to feel more comfortable. Did you see that?
No.
She was like, maybe it was Heart Attack too. Or wait, what was it? Sober? Oh, it was her sober song, I think. Okay, girl. I mean, look, I think I can relate to the heart attack because I've been having some wild panic attacks lately. I mean, I'm not even telling. What is it when you have a stroke? You're like hands, you raise your arms, like, and it's like if you do that, it's like a test or it's like a acronym. You're supposed to like arm raise and
Arthur
then
would
this.
know.
He would know. He's a doctor. I'm just like, no, the way that I've realized now I've never had a panic attack. I've never had a panic attack up until the last month. I've never had a panic attack in my life, apparently, because if this is what a fucking panic attack is, never had one. Heart attack. I'm not going to lie. Like, a couple
That's
weeks
not
ago.
the same thing, babe.
I know, but I'm just like afraid. I know it's not.
It's
I'm
giving
like,
Demi Lovato trying to relate.
I can relate to you, okay? I can relate. I'm just saying, like, I thought I was going to have to call the ambulance that one day. I called Taylor and bless her fucking heart. Light of my life over here. I swear to God, I haven't had a friend like this in a really long time. I called her panicking. She didn't make fun of me. She didn't say anything. I said, no, like, I'm going to die. I don't think you understand. She's like, I do understand. I have I have been there when you're like trying to relate to me. I too have almost had a heart attack. Like, you're like, I'm having one right now. No, literally, like, anyways, luckily it passed in 15 minutes, but holy shit, dude, I was like, this is going to be on a true crime documentary. This is like, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. It's something I never want to relive again. And I accidentally relived it twice, not to that degree whatsoever. But I think because I'm just having a little bit of a moment about like, the simulation is getting a little too...
Aquarius is in Pluto.
That's true.
All I can say.
Year of Aquarius. And I thought I triggered schizophrenia. Like
You're not schizophrenic.
Please continue to tell me that like all
Maybe
year.
a little bit of the
Yeah, I literally am like so. Yeah, I was like, great. I went to sleep and I woke up with schizophrenia. Jesus Christ. And that's on hypochondriac. Anyways, it was scary. So, okay, well, back to Demi Lovato. I mean, okay, girl. You know?
That's all I have to say. Okay, girl.
Literally all I have to say about that. I thought that was kind of funny, but the explanation is kind of like sad and like, okay, but like still you missed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have just sang that
Like,
on like a TikTok.
Right. I mean, like, yeah, like I get it.
Or
But
you
at
could
the
have
same
had
time. It still wasn't.
You could have like sang that as like a pop-in in Hotel California in Venice. Like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't have, if you wanted to regain your stride back, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if that's really what it was about, you could have just
I
gone
think
live
it was,
on
like,
YouTube.
because it's a heart attack event. She's like, okay, I'm gonna build up the courage to sing.
People are just wild, I tell you. I have to say, like, I definitely am somebody who needs PR too, because I try to think of all aspects, but that's something I would do. I would just sing heart attack, be like, this is great, relatable. And then nobody on my team is like, maybe not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Lily Reinhart has been diagnosed with alopecia. She has come out, over the last week just saying that she has alopecia. My question to that is, are all of these celebrities and is alopecia running rampant? I don't really know much about alopecia, so please forgive me. But I just have a question about, is it because of all the extensions and the heat that celebrities put on their hair that now it's like ripping out their hair? And I know alopecia is a autoimmune disease, correct? Isn't it? Because you lose your eyebrows and your eyelashes and stuff too. It's not just from extensions. But I just wonder if that's like, I just wonder if it's like triggering. So I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know much about it, but I just had that thought. So I hope she feels better. I mean, look, embrace it. What I want to say too is like, in this, I was really excited for this body positivity movement, and now we're back in the early 2000s when anorexia was cool with the Ozempic and like the low-rise jeans. And I feel like we're backwards. Like we took
everything
10 steps back and then now we're like back to like anorexia and like being skinny. I'm not saying like embrace obesity. I'm just saying like, fuck, man, let me live. Let me just rock a ball head because I'm going through something. Like, let me, like, as a celebrity, you know what I mean? Like there is so much pressure on them. And I know people are like, oh, well, they signed up for it. Okay. But Jesus, they're still human, they still have feelings. Were you going to say something else? That's it?
I was just going to say, definitely. Sorry. Oh my God. No, I had something more to say.
You forgot?
I kind of forgot.
Yeah, it's okay.
It just kind of left me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say definitely. That's all my input.
He's in a silly, goofy mood today. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. You tell me I am.
Okay, so the Grammys were last night. I have to say, award season, not really like a fan. I know, as somebody in the arts, you're like, Rhea, this is like up your alley. Not really though, because I'm not there on stage and I'm not invited. By the way, I told Taylor yesterday, I was like, damn, because she's from California and I live there. Okay.
Did you?
Any chance for me to bring up that I lived in LA will die on that hill till I'm 70. Like, I'm gonna. Oh, there's this. quaint little cafe that I loved on the Malibu Pier. Like that's literally me, okay? Like I don't care. I'm obnoxious about it. I don't give a fuck. I love California. The people, I like my 3 friends that I still talk to, but the scenery. I actually had a dream last night that I was hiking Fryman Canyon. Oh, anyways. So I exercised. Anyways, but I was telling Taylor that I was like, we should have been seat fillers when we lived in California. She's like, oh, I didn't know about that. I was like, what do you mean you didn't know about that? It's like $50. Actually, it's not even, I don't even think you have to pay. You just sign up for seatfiller.com and if you get chosen, you like get into like a waiting list, and if there's seats and they need people, it's like extras, and you go to the Grammys or like award shows for free, or even premieres. Like isn't that cool? Like if somebody doesn't show up, then you get their seat, or if they need, yeah, I would assume they're not just holding tables for extras. So it's like if people don't show up, or if it's like they only invited like 75 out of 100 people because that's how much the Grammys are or whatever, then they would have the 25 seats for the regulars. How sick would that be? There was a group of extras right at the fucking front by Olivia Rodrigo and Lenny Kravitz. How cool is that? Like imagine if you were just like, I would be like this. Like I would be smiling the whole time and look like a crazy person when the cameras, and I'm like, oh, that's so great, SZA. Great performance. Like, you know what I mean?
I was just thinking, could you imagine being an extra, witnessing the whole Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Timothy Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, and like seeing all of that? I wonder if anyone actually like heard what they were talking about.
Because
like, was an extra.
I feel like there was an extra table like behind them, or maybe it was like wives of somebody kind of famous that like, I don't know. But because wasn't there like a blonde girl in the back? Like she was like turned in her chair. She was like glued to the T, like the rest of us.
I don't know. I didn't notice, but yeah, I guess they were kind of like whispering, like,
I don't know. I feel like I feel like we heard
really
Kelly.
Loud
yeah,
there.
I feel like we heard Kelly tell her be like Timothy, even though she like also was like, you know what I mean?
But Selena was like, I wasn't even talking about Timothy. Did you see this?
Dude, yeah. And she was like, we were talking about another friend who hooked up with who?
One of our other friends. Like,
bitch, we saw Kelly say Timothy, okay? And actually lip reading is my skill too. So like, I know she said Timothy. So Timothy hooked up with somebody else, or that story's false, or what we all initially said was true.
We'll never know.
That's on that. Okay, so the Grammys, really cool. I got bored 3/4 of the way through and went home, but I did get to see Taylor announce her new album, Tortured Poets Department. The way that I have to think about that, TPD, it sounds like a mental disorder, which we're all about to have.
I was thinking TVD, like the Vampire Diaries.
I was thinking BPD, bipolar bipolar disorder. Yeah. Or borderline personality disorder. Like that's what I was thinking. And people are saying that Joel Alwyn had a group chat called the Tortured Men's Club on WhatsApp with Pascal, I don't know, dude, some other British guy who's like really famous right now. Hold on. Does it matter who's in the group chat? I swear to God, it's like I read all this stuff and then it like kind of leaves my brain. Oh, wait, sorry. Hold on. I got on Twitter and Taylor was there. Live footage of Taylor torturing a poet. That's funny. And she's like racking somebody's head. Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm excited for this because I'm excited for it to slay my soul. Okay. She also won Album of the Year for the 4th time ever in Grammy music history. She has 4 Grammys for Album of the Year. First of all, I need people to stop saying acronyms for everything, because Album of the Year, I thought it said something to do with AO. Remember that girl that just won a Golden Globe for, who's AO? She's been popping up all of my stuff. The Bear, on The Bear.
AO?
No, AYO. She was on The Bear and she won a Golden Globe for The Bear, and that's literally what I thought everybody was talking about. And I was like, what does AO have to do with Taylor Swift? It was Album of the Year. Yeah, I think she won something. Who, Taylor Swift or AO?
Yeah. No, Taylor Swift.
She won she won a Grammy for Antihero, right? She won a Grammy for a song, and then she won it for album of the year.
Okay.
Miley
we didn't see the album of the year one that she won.
No, I got home and then immediately I was like,
well, it was so long.
It was really long. I went home at 10. It started at 7. I went home at like 10:15.
Yeah.
My God, I'm tired, girl.
Can we also talk about how, I mean, don't get
a
me wrong.
A little coffee.
I like Taylor Swift. I was a big T Swiftie fan when I was younger, her older music. But I'm not as big of a Swiftie fan as Rhea is. And
I mean, I feel like I'm moderate. Like, truly.
No.
I'm not in on
like,
the theories. It's
more
like
of
too
like
much. I'm a normal person.
Normal, like, Swiftie
I'm a normal
right?
fan, yeah.
And I'm just like...
Because I'm going to be friends with her. I don't want to be obsessed with my friend, you know?
And we're watching the Grammys, and Rhea is just freaking out about, oh my gosh, she's on. Okay, what is she going to announce? What is she going to announce? And she's like recording it, and it's just so funny. And then my husband and I are both just like sitting there, just like waiting for, it was just so funny. And then she starts screaming when she's like, ah!
Wait,
posted on TikTok.
I did post on our TikTok. I was actually surprised by my reaction as well. Like, I'm not going to lie.
But it was so anticlimactic, in my opinion, of her announcement.
It was. And I was just like, oh, okay, we get a new album. Oh. I love the new, like, I'm down for the new album. First of all, the cover art is a little sexy. It's a little risque for Miss Taylor Allison Swift. People are saying,
Taylor is naked on her album. And then I look at it and she still definitely has clothes
fully
on.
clothed. Do you guys realize in like 15 years we've never seen Taylor Swift's belly button? Never seen it.
No bikini pics of her?
No, she wears the high-waisted 1940s bikinis.
Oh.
Or she wears one piece.
Good for her.
No, truly. What's it like to be raised by like good parents, you know? Also, I was thinking about this last night and today, and just like in general, sometimes I think about this from time to time. Maybe I am obsessed. So there's this like thing that like when people are wealthy, it's like wealthy people listen and they talk very slow and they eat slow, right? Taylor Swift talks very slow. Like she very not slow like
I'm
us.
meant to be rich.
We're both meant to be, well, yeah, maybe not me, but it's a skill I can acquire.
You'll just learn from me.
Defer to,
because I feel like I'm a very slow talker, but not because like intentionally. It's more I'm trying to process my thoughts.
Well, I was about to say she's not a slow talker like us when we're thinking. She's a slow talker intentionally. Like she chooses her words very carefully. And you know, she was like rubbing her Grammy, probably out of nervousness. And you were like, why is she out of breath? Well, now we know because she like did that crazy handshake and then she ran up on the stage and was like about to announce like some big climactic thing that she had been doing for 2 years. And we were all like, okay, girl. Like,
well, and the way she announced it, I thought she was gonna, I don't know, make some clever like way to say it or so, I don't know, just something.
Yeah. Also, it's like we're too. She has too much of a target on her back. Like we're watching her breathe, so it's like you can't really surprise us anymore.
But the reason why I was so
like you kind of did it to yourself.
Surprised that she was out of breath just from that is because she's on stage usually like singing. And
I think it was like anxiety
and stuff, and is like so I was like, why is she breathing so hard? Like she's used to like this like intense.
Travis has been feeding her too much chicken nuggies. she's got to get her cardio back up. No, I think
I'm not trying to say anything about her.
No. I was saying like when you're like not. I can't work out. I can't work out for 2 weeks, and like I haven't worked out in 3 years, but like I can't work out for 2 weeks, and then I'm like back to square one. No. But I think she was out of breath because she had anxiety about like, I think it was like one of those where she was like having anxiety about announcing it. And she was like, oh, let me just catch my breath. Yeah. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Do you think she's reading, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you think she's reading all the theories behind her?
Yes, because she likes some of them.
Oh,
well, not the theories, but she'll like people's TikToks. And they're like, Taylor liked on this day. Like they put it on, remember? Like when you guys used to do that?
When you guys?
I just feel like that's such like a, I never did it, but I feel like that's such like a MySpace. Like anytime like a celebrity, like Twitter, like when Twitter came out and like it showed like the mentions where you can see people's likes and like mention, it'd be like Justin Bieber commented me like on this date, like in their bio.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
mean?
Anyways, so I'm excited for that. Tortured Artists Poets Department. I can't get it together.
Yeah, I think it's all 4 of those.
And then, no, it's Tortured Poets Department, but still. Anyways, I'm excited. People are saying that it's going to be a collab album. This could be the one. It could be sexy. It could be sad. It's a breakup album. Also, the memes about Joe Alwyn being like, I saw this one of Jamie Lee Curtis and Jason Myers from Halloween, and it's like, and it was like when Joe Alwyn thought he was safe when Midnight's was targeted as a breakup album, and it's like, this is the real breakup album. So I'm excited about that. I mean, good for her. Obviously, I love that. I have to talk about this too because I was talking about with one of my friends this morning about the album. I said thoughts. Okay, he said, I'm shocked she's releasing a new album. I didn't think we would be getting new music for a minute. I really thought she would do re-recordings for this year and take a break. It feels like we're about to get hit with the point of oversaturation, which I actually really agree with. I mean, I personally could listen to Taylor Swift all the time, and I do, but I'm saying for like the general public and just in terms of like she is kind of oversaturated to the point she's on the NFL, she's in the Grammys, she's winning the awards, she's winning Oscars and Golden Globes and bullshit for like whatever, and it's just kind of getting shoved down our throat. But I also understand her defense when it's like, you know, she's been hanging on to this album for like 2 years. She had the alleged Karma album or whatever it was supposed to be called that is in the vault again because she, you know, broke up with Big Machine Records and they sold all her, you know, discography and things like that. So like, I get it that she feels like she's behind in her career, but like, babe, we're with you. And also I get it because it's like these songs are really good, but they're also probably from like 3 to 5 years ago that she's not dating Joe Alwyn anymore. She's very happy. Probably going to get engaged to Travis Kelce, not at the Super Bowl, not her style at all.
Oh, no.
And now she's like still like, but Joe needs to, you know, he needs to have an album. I mean, he doesn't need to, but it'll probably be really good.
She's probably not tired of singing these songs and stuff, but she's gone on tours for all of these albums already. And so
people were also
she's probably like, yeah, just like really wanting to put actual new music out there
that reflects her current life and not sing London Boy. By the way, she's never sang London Boy. I wonder if she's going to. But people are also saying that April 19th, 1976 is the American Revolution, the Great War. It's when America was free from the British or something like that. And I don't know, these fan theories, you guys are doing the work for me. I don't need to go down that rabbit hole. I would be in a fucking mental insane asylum if I went down this knowing my like crazy obsessive personality. So anyways, I'm happy for T Swiftie. Also, Jay-Z.
Maybe you should do a series on TikTok of all the theories you've seen.
Yeah, just like lump it in and like just tag all the creators. So I'm doing it so you guys don't have to.
Yeah.
Also, Jay-Z was saying that I don't know what award he won. We were like kind of 2 wine glasses in and just chatting our asses off. So I wasn't really listening, but he won Dr. Dre's hip hop, like kind of like a global icon award, something like that. And he was talking about how Beyonce has won 32 Grammys and never won Album of the Year. And Blue Ivy, she looks so cute and pretty, and I love that dress. Gorgeous. I love that dress. Mm-hmm. I also hate, I don't know if I said this on here, but I also hate that like people were making fun of her. She's fucking 11, okay? But people were making fun of her.
She's prettier than me, and she's 11.
Yeah, well, she's a rich celebrity's child, but yeah.
And she's Beyonce's
child.
Beyonce's
child.
And she's stunning.
But people were making fun of her for, you know, the way she was dancing on the Renaissance tour. And it's like, bitch, she's 11. She should be in school. Yeah.
She's figuring out.
I'm choking over here. We don't have healthcare, okay? Like, take that off screen. But also, it's like, I love that she's kind of like, she's definitely an old soul. She's definitely like the manager of both her parents. Like, she tells them what to do, for sure. I love that. Oh, and also UMG, United Music Group, is taking away music on TikTok. So no more Taylor Swift, no more Drake, no more Justin Bieber. Well, taken away. Yeah. People were also saying that it sucks if you were like, because it's not just these big artists that are under UMG, which by the way, Sophia Richie's husband's dad owns UMG or like is the CEO or whatever of UMG, LaGrange.
Yeah.
It sucks if you were like a smaller artist signed to UMG and like you're using TikTok to have your music discovered and now it's like no longer on there. I hope they can find a resolve because
I didn't even think about that. I didn't
Yeah.
know I honestly didn't know UMG had smaller artists. I thought they were really only big artists.
no,
for the
apparently
most
it's
part.
like multiple. I mean, like all categories. I mean, I don't think like they're just discovering somebody in a Dillard's, but you know, like
Dillard's, that's so random.
I used to sing in like stores hoping I get discovered, and then I realized that's not real.
I mean, the only, I think, good thing about the UMG music being taken away is it will be a better opportunity for people who don't have, like, are trying to make it with their music, and they can, like, broadcast that more for people to use their songs
Right.
instead of big artist songs. So that's, like, the only positive,
Right.
really. And hopefully we do get some, like, new upcoming artists because of that.
I am
And have
so
and
sick.
it's genuinely good music.
Yes, I'm so sick of people doing remixes.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, and like not saying it's a remix. Like okay, Kyga
Or covers.
covers Kygo with not me saying Kyga. That's like Kylie and Tyga. Anyways, Kygo doing the Whitney Houston, fine, love that. Nicki Minaj, love her, but the way that what's that new song? Now I can't think of it. Now I can't think of it. Not the High Heels on My Tippy, the other one that she put out on her new album. It's the remix of like an old 80s, 90s songs. Jack Harlow, the glamorous, babe,
I know.
be original.
I mean, I do like that song though.
No, me too, but I'm like, it's, and then
But
cheat
yeah,
codes
still.
and like all that stuff. Like, when are we gonna get more like just a fucking original bullshit? Because I could do that with an autotune and, you know, Pro Tools. Also, I forgot to mention Miley Cyrus won her first Grammy for Flowers. So exciting to her. I can't believe that was her first one.
That was her first.
That was her
Grammy?
first Grammy. I'm like shocked. I was like, whoa.
Wow. She's probably like, I'm so happy.
No,
my
she was.
relationship ended.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow, that really shocks me.
I know,
because
me
she's
too.
had so many bangers. The reason why I laughed
yeah.
because her album
Bangers.
was called Bangers.
Yeah, no, I got it.
And
when you said
I
it.
loved that album.
Also, when I was watching Vanderpump Rules, which we will get to, I saw a commercial. They were playing a commercial with like Lala Ken and Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa, and Henry Cavill or whatever in Argyle. I swear to God, I didn't read the book. I don't know anything about Argyle. And Ellie Conway is apparently Taylor Swift. Bitch, from the commercial, I got that and the red carpets. So I don't know. I'm kind of convinced just based off of those two things. Also so excited for Justin Bieber. He did a little hometown ode, kind of like through the eras or whatever, in Toronto over the weekend or last week, which he looked really happy. So I'm glad, you know, he's feeling better and getting back to music. His voice, oof, he's aged well. And we've aged with him. So that's nice. People are also saying, this is a theory, that because Usher is performing at the Super Bowl, that Justin Bieber is gonna perform with him, like either a couple songs or like midway. I also heard that because Taylor Swift after Tokyo is gonna fly back to the Chiefs, where is it? Kansas City, to do the Super Bowl or to watch the Super Bowl, and then people are like, oh, Usher should pick up the phone and do the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Something about Reputation, like, you know how she says. So anyways, we shall see about that. Is anybody on TikTok watching Nick Lachey serenade us like we're at the Mojo Dojo Casa House? That's wild.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. That's really all I have to say about that, is that it's funny. He's a douchebag. I don't think they ever thought that Newlyweds would be recirculating, especially at this time. Like Jessica Simpson forever. You know, we know she's a dumbass, but also not really, because she's a fucking billionaire with $1 billion company. You know what I mean? With her shoes and her handbags and like, and like same with Paris Hilton. People are like, she's so stupid. Obviously, they're not that stupid. Like, it's a bit. You know? My God. Okay, guys, I'm so excited. I'm going to talk about the rest of my stories with Codi Alyn, Houston-based influencer, and I'm so excited to get into it. Here she is. I'm so excited. We have Codi here in studio.
Hi.
Houston-based influencer who we met at the nail salon.
Right?
Well, actually, yeah, Taylor met at the nail salon. I would have met you at Pilates, which I'm so excited about.
Yeah, I know. So
But
crazy.
it's unfortunate because I don't think that we would have talked if,
That's actually very
you know,
true. Yeah.
because we're all oh, so I'm like, wait, so you don't like me? Like, what's going on?
I usually
Is
don't
friendship
talk to
in the room
people
with us?
that-
No, but yeah, I was like, I was fighting for my life that day.
Oh, no, the day you came,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it was hard.
I didn't end up going to my audition.
Why?
I just, for the reasons that I told you, I was just on my period.
Yeah, girl.
No, but also I think what we talked about like made sense of like we could just do the podcast harder or like my other career harder and just adding another thing. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I wanted to talk about, because I've obviously, followed your channel and well, now we're obsessed with you over here at CMV, but I wanted to just kind of know a little bit about your, like how you started influencing full time. And then we'll get back into more of the stories I know you guys are waiting on pens and needles for.
Okay. So, first off, I'm 29. So I was around when Instagram first came out, right?
Yes.
And
I'm older than everybody here, but
So at that time, it was like very taboo to like post pictures of yourself and like be like all into yourself on Instagram. So when I first started, like before influencing was actually a thing, I was like posting pictures of myself and like of my friends, and like it was like the normal Instagram posting, but I was like, let me take it up a notch. Like I've always
you were like
been,
the friend, you were the photographer friend.
I was like the take a picture of me friend before that was a thing. It's so crazy because like when I first started online, like people that knew me, they were like bullying me online. It was like, why are you doing this?
Haters.
You need to take this down. Like just leaving the most nasty comments. And now they're trying to be my friend.
Right.
Be my friend and
Right.
like do it the influencer thing. But you know what? Water under the bridge.
Yes.
But anyway, that kind of spawned like my interest in creating content. I really just didn't know that was what it was at the time. I was just like having fun with it. And so over time, I started modeling here in Houston after I graduated college. And so I'll be working with different brands, and I would post stuff from the brand shoots and like get free clothes from the brands. And then I started.
I'm doing it wrong, I tell you. Holy shit.
Girl, you got to get the clothes.
I
gotta
want
get the clothes.
I want the clothes. Okay.
So
we'll get there. Spanx?
Huh.
Hit us up. Hit us up.
Oh, yeah, because that outfit you wore the other
It was
day.
so cute, right?
Spanx.
Oh, which, by the way, tell them what happened about your customer service.
So I got snags in this sweatsuit literally the first day I wore them, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, they're big snags too. So I emailed them.
It was big.
Yeah, I emailed them and sent them pictures. I was like, hey, like I've only worn this once and got all these snags on it.
Help a sister out. Yeah.
And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll give you credit to buy a whole new set. I was like,
yes.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
We love that. We love that.
Did you buy it in a different color or the same
I
color?
haven't bought it yet.
Okay,
but
I kind of want you to get the same
Maybe-
color. I liked that color.
No, me too, but then you'll
But
have
then
two.
Right?
Right?
Oh, that's true. You'll still wear the snag one.
Yeah.
Also, I think she was like, it was a gift. And they're like, even though it was a gift, here's a gift card. Like,
Yeah,
I thought that was nice
Oh,
too.
love that.
Yeah. So, anyways.
No, but honestly, things just kind of like spiraled from there. Just more modeling gigs, and then I would get invited to like brand events and stuff when things were like first popping off.
You're from here?
Yeah, born and raised.
Oh my God. I
Yes,
can't believe I've never
girly.
run into
I'm a
you
Houston
before.
girly.
Yes.
But from there, the interest just grew, and I was like, okay, maybe I can actually do this. But at the time, I was still like working and stuff, so I was like, I don't think I could do this full time. I'm not really making money from it. I'm just getting exposure. So like people will repost my stuff, and my page started growing and growing. And then you know how people used to do those comedy videos where it's like a guy and a girl just doing a little skit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like in the very beginning. So I started doing that with this guy that had like a huge following at the time.
Oh, like Vine people, like
Yeah,
you link
kinda-
up with your like
yeah,
Vine crew,
exactly,
but then it
exactly.
turned into TikTok. Yeah.
So one of like
King
a few of our videos,
Bach or
Yes,
Botch or whatever. Yes, like
a
that.
similar,
stuff. Okay.
right? And so one of our videos went like viral, and then my page just like blew up from there, and I got like
nice.
10,000 followers in like a week.
Okay.
I was like,
You hear that, Taylor?
okay.
We need to do our sketches.
Yeah, collaborate. That's the key.
Yes.
But yeah, so that happened, and I was like, okay, this is really fun. Like, I like to see this growth. So I just kept going from there. And even though I was working, like, I would do it on the side and still model, and still, I was like just trying to figure it out, honestly, before influencer was a term. And then fast forward, I was working for my parents' company, their distillery. I was making vodka, by the way.
Ooh.
Did I not tell y'all that?
No,
Puppy
wait, this is good. Oh my God. Whoa, this is fate. This is God for real. I'll tell you later. But okay cool. Okay, keep going. So distillery.
Yeah, so working there, I was able to like really like do more stuff like this, get on podcasts and have magazines reach out to me, do interviews and stuff. So I was like, okay. Then more brands wanted to reach out because I was like doing that kind of stuff and they were so interested. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let me just try to do this full time. So I ended up leaving my parents' company last year.
Okay.
2022. December 2022. So yeah. This is like, And so, this is my first year like as a full-time creator.
Wait, in 2020, so 2023 was your first year?
It was my first, first
nice.
Full year. So yeah, that's really been the journey. I mean, it's taken off a lot more than I've expected to.
And did you quit the distillery because you saw the growth and thought that you could do this full time, or you just took a leap of faith?
Honestly, I quit because 2 reasons. I took a leap of faith, and I just felt like God was like telling me it's time for me to stop drinking. And that was very conflicting for me. Like, I can't make vodka and be promoting it to others and try to stop drinking.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Wait, do you have a problem, or you just
No, I will say
we don't have to
it could have gotten
Yeah, we don't
worse.
have to put this in.
No, but it could have gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
interesting.
becoming a dependency.
Interesting.
And I felt like I couldn't do anything fun without drinking. At home, when I would get upset, I would like make a little cocktail. And I was just like, okay, this is getting to be too much. And especially because I started drinking when I was like 15. I was like,
haven't we all?
Yeah, girl, right. First of all.
Yeah, we went to the Malibu, and like last episode we did that with Danae. I saw that you followed the Sober Girls HGX. And I mean, that was part of why she started that, because she was like, I didn't have that group here. And she said she kind of moved around a lot. And she's like, she felt the same way. Like, she felt like she couldn't have fun without alcohol.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's not true, so.
Right. Yeah. And I was just like, all right, it's time to see who I really am without like all the extra stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try it. It's been 6 months tomorrow.
Yay. Congratulations.
So, thank you. So
I love that.
It's been a cool journey.
I love that. I've also thought about stop drinking too, just because why?
Right.
Like, I think that's interesting because now everybody is moving, not everybody, but I guess like millennials are kind of moving into that sober lifestyle, which is great. If anything you're going to be obsessed with, your health, I think that's a great way to use OCD, you know? So like, Alex Earl just did the hard 30,
okay.
Which I guess is hard 75, but 30.
Yeah.
She didn't drink for 30 days. There's a lot of like non-alcoholic brands popping up.
Yeah.
Mocktail era is here. I think that's cool. Like,
it is cool.
Because you can still be social, and it's also putting that stigma or taking away that stigma of saying like, oh, well, if you come to this party, like you have to drink or else I'm boring or something like that. It's like, we'll just do a mocktail thing.
Yeah.
We'll just do a Super Bowl Taylor Swift eras thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, anyways, so cool. Okay, so what else? So you started doing this full time, and then what? It just took off?
Yeah, honestly, like I've been able to get brand deals and stuff, and I don't have a manager yet, so I'm still doing everything by myself, but I'm really just focused on building a community of like women that are just trying to grow into their best selves. That's like my goal for myself right now, and so I feel like I'm able to like take people along the journey with me and teach them how they can be their best selves. Yeah. Because that's something I feel like I was missing growing up, is like really not that I'm like my parents were like horrible people or anything.
Yeah.
My mom was a great example of like being your best self, but at the time I didn't want to be like her.
Right.
You know, like
right.
you
Yeah.
know. So
You're
now
like, I see this. It's not terrible, but I kind of want something different.
right.
Yeah.
And so now I'm at the point like, okay, I understand what my mom was talking about. Let me see if I can help other women like change their lives while I'm in the process of changing my life.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have all the answers, but this is my experience thus far.
And we can figure it out
We
together.
can figure it out together.
Yeah.
Exactly. You also said something about how, and kind of maybe going back to the sketches about how you thought you're still trying to figure out your brand voice.
Yeah.
I think you have figured it out a
I
little
think
better
so.
recently.
Yeah, for sure.
But you said you were trying to do like funny TikToks with your
Girl.
husband, and then you were trying this and that. I also think that's one thing that people do need to do. They need to try and figure out what works for them.
Yeah.
And you realize that. You were like, we're just not going to be the TikTok couple.
Girl,
Some
yes,
of those
because-
challenges too. Have you seen the ones where like the couples do like the
the
weird
yoga poses,
the
and
yoga
stuff?
poses, or like the
Yes.
weird like, I mean, I think helicopter is like sexual, but you know where they like where the girls like around the and then it's like the
Oh.
other funny people try
Yeah,
to recreate
yes,
that, or
yes,
they're
yes.
like they're like acrobatics,
Yeah.
or people, and then normal people try to redo
There's
that.
this one couple that I follow on Instagram. They do those, and they're so funny. But my husband just doesn't like to be on camera.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll try it, but off camera.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
don't know.
a lot of influencers I follow that do a lot of things with their husband or boyfriend or whatever it may be.
They've met doing the same thing.
No.
Oh.
No, they like started doing it together, but they just said it's really hard actually
like, keep
doing
it
it
up.
together
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
running a business together, and
That's
especially
true.
on camera. Like, because they're like, sometimes we have to pretend like everything's okay, when
Right.
And they
and
don't
it's
like
not.
you.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then you just get in more fights and stuff just because you're constantly together, you're doing work together,
Yeah.
you're just doing
Yeah.
everything together, and it's just a lot.
I think it would be different, like the Cost and Maynard. Do you know who they are? They're dancers.
Yeah.
They,
okay, they're so cute.
They're cute, but they're both dancers, and they met on the set of Wicked or some musical Broadway play that they did that they danced
Yeah,
in. That's how they
yeah.
met. But they're dancers, and they were both like in the arts, so it's like
Yeah.
they kind of had the same trajectory, and then they linked up. I think that's a little better than
Definitely.
having somebody who's like in oil and gas here in Houston.
Right.
And be like, okay, by the way, can you be in my TikTok today?
Yeah,
like, you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So, and you know, they just have to get it. So it's also nice because it's like your thing, like your
Yeah.
outlet, and you can talk to your friends.
Exactly, yeah.
Kind of have that outlet.
It's good in a marriage to have your own stuff, like to be still individuals. It's like,
Mhm.
yes, the two become one, but I'm still my own person. Number
Yeah.
one, you're a man and I'm a woman. We have different interests.
Right.
And like, it's okay to just do your own thing. And I think that is very, very important in a marriage. You got to still keep your individuality.
Yeah.
So,
And what is your advice? Because I really like y'all's story. If you want to just, you know, you don't have to give too many details, but
Okay.
like if you want to talk about it, and then that, and then what's your advice to other people, like maybe marriage or like wanting marriage, maybe in their single era. Yeah.
so I'll do the advice first.
Okay.
I think the advice is to, number one, not settle. Like, you don't want to just be with somebody just because you want to get married. You want to have your person in your life because this is a vow you're making to God. So you want to make sure you are prepared to spend the rest of your life with this person. So even if it takes you 10, 20 years to find the perfect person, like, don't just get married to somebody just because you feel like you don't have any options or you're running out of time. Like,
Yeah.
no, take your time. And just date. Oh my gosh, dating is so fun. Like,
well,
I mean, I don't know about
used-
now. I
it
don't know
used
about
to be.
now, but
it used to be. But yes, it is fun. I really like dating. I like meeting new people in
Yeah.
general, like friends too. I'm not saying I'm dating friends, but like I like meeting new people. I like to have my base of like my core friend group or like whatever, and then I also like to venture and then I come back.
right,
You know what
same,
I mean?
yeah.
It's nice to switch it up. So.
Yeah. That's my number one piece of advice. I think number two is when you are married or when you are dating, like, really make sure that this is the person that you want to be with, like, as far as, how do I explain it? Like, you don't want to be arguing with somebody all the time or have too many disagreements, or like, you want to be equally yoked. That's
and
what I'm trying to
and
say.
then somebody who's like compatible, like, or who
Exactly.
compliments you. Like if you're
Right.
high energy and they're low, but then they can like handle it and like balance it out.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's really just all about finding your person. Like, there's so many people in the world, so I feel like there is somebody for everybody. I don't think everybody's supposed to get married, but that's just my personal opinion. But I do think
I don't think
that,
everybody's supposed to have kids. I don't think my mom was supposed to have kids, but here I am. Just one and done. But, you know.
Yeah, I definitely don't think everybody's supposed to have kids either.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, no, marriage is beautiful and it does take work. It takes a lot of work, a lot of patience, and the going to sleep angry is like a real thing. Do not do that because you'll wake up angry and then the argument will drag on for days.
And then also you can't like sleep well. And then you're pissed that you can't sleep.
Yeah.
Not that I know about marriage, but you know.
No, but it's a real thing.
And then how did you guys meet?
So we were high school sweethearts.
Okay.
Dated for a year in high school. We had mutual friends, so that's how we officially met. And then like we just were like, oh my gosh, I really like you. He was my middle school crush. Let me say that first. He's a year older than me, so he was new. He came from Baltimore to Houston. So when he came to middle school, I was like, oh my God, this guy is so cute. Like, I love him. I'm in love with him, right? New kid with the pretty eyes. I'm like, oh yes, I like him. But in middle school, I was very insecure. Like, I was very shy, so I was never going to talk to him. But then fast forward to high school, we have mutual friends. We meet at a party, and we're like, oh, okay. Like, he's interested in me, and I'm like, okay, this is a win. This is a win. This is my shot.
You're like, my plan is working.
Yeah, right?
I'm playing the long game.
No, girl, I did, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we ended up dating for a year in high school, and then he, like I said, he was a year older than me, so he went to college. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I can do this. I'm still too insecure. Like, you're probably going to find somebody better than me in college, especially because
You said this?
I didn't.
Not in quite that way.
Yeah,
But I kind of, if he really did say something along, I kind of like that. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, self-awareness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Not like it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, meanwhile, guys, I feel like are so, as we know, so scared to even to kind of cuddle. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they just.
Well, I mean, and also I feel like I've had a lot of friends that they stayed together when the other person went to college, or say both of them went to separate colleges, and then they got cheated on and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Right,
or
and
they
that's
didn't
what I
get
was
to
afraid
explore
of.
like themselves.
Exactly.
Just not even about like wanting to date other people. Just you need to know who you are. You
Right.
know? So
And yeah, that was the thing I was very scared of, was getting cheated on. And he was like, we could stay together. Like, we could make it work. And I'm like, I don't know. So we ended up breaking up. We broke up for 10 years. We would talk on and off, like the same mutual friends. We all stayed friends. So like his friends would call me and be like, hey, you know, he still thinks about you. Like, he still loves you. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. He
I
doesn't
have
talk to me.
chills. Oh my gosh, I
Like,
love
don't tell me.
that. I
Right,
love that.
right. It would be like, sorry,
You're like,
babe,
no,
but
he
like,
hates you. Yeah.
it would be like nights where he was like drunk in college, and he would call me and be like, I miss you. And I'm like, no, stop. But we never got back together that whole time. And so fast forward to 2019, it was like he had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and I was like teeter-tottering on the edge of like ending a relationship when we kind of like reconnected. And I was like, okay, it's time for me to break up with this guy. I want to be with my man. And so it was like the perfect timing. We honestly just got back together, and we're like, okay, this is cool. We dated for like 2 months and then decided to get married. So
I love that.
It was like, honestly, like, he's my soulmate.
Oh
for
my
sure.
God, I'm gonna
For
cry.
sure.
I love that. I'm so happy for you. I
Thank
love that. That's
you.
such a. You should email Hallmark.
Girl,
That's a great story.
I've been thinking about making it to a movie or
No,
something
you
at some point in
should.
life. Like,
Yeah.
It's like a Hallmark movie or just even a book.
Yeah.
Any, like,
No,
it-
you should, because
yeah.
we need that positivity in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I just think, you know, I believe in love like that. And I just, I'll get it one day, but I just think you don't hear too many stories like this anymore. So it's
Yeah.
like really nice that it's positive. And I'm
Thanks.
happy it's for you.
Thank you,
I
girl.
love that.
Thanks.
I have a question.
Oh.
Kind of back to your job and everything.
Mhm.
A few, I guess, questions. about
Okay,
this.
I got answers.
What was the brand that you worked with that you were like, oh my gosh, I made it? Or, you know, or just
Oh,
like,
that's a good one.
oh, like, you know, I've always wanted to work with like this brand, or yeah, just like, when did you think like, oh my gosh, like I can't
I'm
believe-
doing it.
I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
Last year, I don't even know how they found me, but Coca-Cola reached out to me for the Final Four here in Houston. You know, when they had that big
Mhm.
festival and everything, they reached out to me to be a part of that experience. So we got to go to like some of the shows for free. I got to meet Lil Nas X.
Oh,
Like, we had a
nice.
whole
He just
little-
came out with the documentary.
Did
you
he?
see that? Yeah,
Oh, I
on
didn't see
HBO,
that.
I think. Or Peacock. I haven't
Oh,
seen
actually,
it yet.
I think I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah. But that was like the moment where I felt like, oh, shoot, like this is real. I got to bring my husband. We had like the whole little suite where there was food, free drinks. Like, it was so much fun.
I love
And
that.
we're just out there like in the front row, like sectioned off with just only the creators and influencers. So it was like, I just felt like that girl, you know? It's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this is
I think I
real.
remember that they did that whole campaign on social, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
saw that. Have you met anybody like are you like in like a little Houston creator clique or are you kind of doing your own thing?
A little bit of both. Like, I do know a lot of creators here, but I kind of just naturally am in my own world.
Yeah.
So, but
it's probably best,
Yeah.
honestly.
I think one thing I'm working on this year is like being more social. And so last year I went to a brand dinner at the end of the year with a brand called the Inky List. If you guys know their
yeah.
products, their skincare, they have the best products. So they invited me. And that was another brand. I went to their dinner and I was like, okay, things are picking up.
Yeah, I love that.
But I got to meet a lot of Houston creators there. And so this year I'm focusing on like cultivating those relationships and really just seeing who I can like learn from and connect with out here. So yeah, that's one thing I'm working on.
Now, what's your advice to any creator that has ran into kind of like a mean girl or like a mean vibe?
Like a mean creator, like somebody
Yeah.
they look up to.
Yeah.
You know, I have not personally had that experience, but I will say that you don't have to follow them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like some people are genuine people naturally, and
Mhm.
some people just feel like their ish don't stink. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their nose in the air. And I just feel like you don't have to entertain that anymore. Like if you feel like you don't want to support them anymore, just don't.
And also, it's like the people that care like genuinely more about their online presence and like in person. Have you ever met somebody
Right.
and you're like, oh, you're kind of cool online, and then you're like boring as hell in real life?
I haven't had that experience yet. A lot of
met
people
one
that I've
person.
met, really? Yeah, a lot of
Well,
people.
I also lived in LA. Good God.
Oh,
Take a
okay,
shot every
okay,
time
okay.
you
Mention LA.
mention that in this episode.
Have you met any influencers that you have followed in the past that like you look up to or anything like that
Let
from
me
any
think.
events, or you know, like have you met anyone that you're like, oh, I've been following them for a while,
I'm trying to think.
or are most of the events that you've gone to here in Houston
Just local.
Most of them are, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think, like, I would say earlier this year, at the beginning of the year, I went to that ESPN
Oh,
event.
yeah.
And so I was
Oh,
able.
that was a couple weeks ago. Yeah. What was up with that, by the way? What was that?
Girl, I'm not a sports girl.
Yeah.
So.
She's
But
like, I
it
don't
was
know why I
like
was invited.
Yeah.
no, I really don't. It was like the college playoffs, I think.
Okay.
And so they were just inviting a whole bunch of like Houston.
They just reached out to you and was
Yeah.
like, oh, nice.
Yeah, so me and my
Okay.
husband went. Yeah, I really went because number one, I thought it would be a really cool event.
Yeah.
But also like it was more of a way for me to like merge the two worlds, like my husband's world and my world, because he
that's nice.
loves sports.
Oh, that's nice.
But we got to meet like a few of the people from Love is Blind there. So I feel like that was a really cool moment. I was like, oh, I watch y'all on TV and now I'm here talking to y'all. Like, so that
but
was really cool.
Well, also, you're 1 degree away because we had Izzy on from Love is Blind.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And it's always 1 degree of separation.
1 degree. And
Always.
I'm like 2 away from Taylor Swift. I'm so excited.
I saw that you flew to LA for like
Oh,
a
yeah.
day.
Oh,
What was
wait,
that
wait,
about,
wait,
Or
wait.
can you talk about it
Wait,
in a
hold
minute?
on. Before that, wait, it was something about, because I had that question too. And then it was also, oh, I forgot. Okay, just answer that one.
I won't say too much just yet because I'm trying not to jinx it. But I did go for a casting call.
Oh,
I
nice.
applied for something.
Okay.
I got a call back, and so I went out there for the callback auditions.
Nice.
That's what I'll say.
Okay, we'll be praying for you.
Exciting.
Thank
Did you. Have to
you.
pay for your flight and everything? Or
I
they-
did,
okay.
yeah, but I was like, this is a really
fine.
huge
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
Like, so it was really fun. And
I guess it's not a dating show.
no, it's not a dating show.
No.
No.
No Love Island, I guess.
No, I feel like I would have been really cool on one of those shows before
Oh,
I got
totally.
married.
I could see you on
but-
Love Island. Like, that would be
Girl,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
And then I'll
My
just
time
speak
has
an accent.
passed.
Babes, you like jack and potatoes?
No,
Like,
literally.
yeah.
Like-
I love it. Yeah. Okay. Shit. I had another one about Oh, I was gonna say, it was about you, about when you asked her if she met her influence or whatever. Taylor ran into somebody that she's been following for a while when she went back to California.
At a nail
Which
salon.
is like kind of giving like, yeah. So I told Taylor, I said, you've got to keep getting your nails done.
No,
somebody on this
seriously.
team has to get their nails done, and it like can't be me apparently.
Well, and also both times I scheduled to get my nails done that day, like a couple hours before. You know, it was just like
it was giving fate.
impromptu.
But she had been following this girl since she was like in
12
junior
years
high.
old.
Yeah.
Like I've been following her for a
So-
long time. And then me and my mom and my sister went to the nail salon, and my mom started talking to her because my mom was sitting next to her, and I was like, wait, I know her voice. And then I looked over and I was like, oh my gosh, are you Delaney Childs?
I love it.
Was she nice?
Yes, she was so nice. It's
That's
so sweet.
good.
And like we talked for a bit. Yeah, it was just super cool. But it was a little weird because I was like, I know everything about your life. You know, like,
yeah,
I was
I feel
like,
that.
oh, you just got back from London. Like, how was that?
Taylor's the best super fan. She's the Taylor Swift of the group. Like, just standing up and like clapping for everybody. I love it.
But it's like weird because I was not nervous at all. Maybe because I already knew stuff about her. Like I
Mhm.
knew what to like talk to her about. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like I was like
Like a friend.
catching up with a
Yeah.
friend or something.
I know.
Whereas like when I was talking to you, I was like really nervous because I was just like, I don't know. Like
She texts me. She's like, "Fuck, I wish you were here because you would be like so normal." I'm like, every 5 minutes thinking about a question to ask her. Okay, do you like the color pink?
But that's
Like,
just,
you know.
me trying to make friends in general.
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
social anxiety. I like literally sit there for like 5 minutes being like, Taylor, you can just ask. Like
No, I'm the same way. Because I was like thinking, I was like, should I ask her about her podcast? Like, she didn't say anything, so I don't know if she wants me to ask. I was just like, so I feel you. I
know,
feel
and then I'd
you.
be like, oh, I should have told her what things were about. I shouldn't have just said like, oh, it's Coffee Meets Vodka. You know,
Yeah.
expanded, but I
It's
just,
okay.
was like, I don't know. It's just so funny. And like, I was watching your vlog and I was like, oh, she put in our conversation. And I was like, you can totally tell, or like I can tell that, like, you know, like I was nervous because
I couldn't tell at all. I was
Okay,
like, oh, this
well,
girl is
good.
very bold. She's just asking questions. I love it. Because usually,
I was like, you know, I don't know. That's just me, like in general, with anybody.
I wish she had a camera on her right now. The way that her face is just so expressive. It's giving same. Okay. Do you have any other questions about the career? Do you
Oh, I was just
want to
gonna
say
ask
anything?
about hate comments. Do you get hate
Oh,
comments? and how do you deal with
oh, yes.
Oh, good.
I
It means
do.
you've made it.
I do. It's so weird because like the end of last year, one of my videos went viral on TikTok and Instagram, and it was like an outpour of just the meanest comments.
From guys, girls, but
Girls, mostly girls.
What?
Yeah, I feel like girls are so mean to each other online.
that? What was the video about?
It was just me getting a haircut, and I called it a Jada Waiter cut. It's this
Oh.
influencer. Yeah,
The
when I had
red?
yeah, and people were
I,
like,
it just popped up in my For You.
really?
Yeah, girl, it sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't read the comments.
Girl,
though. They were mean.
when you have time, go back.
What
and
are
look
they
at them.
saying?
It was just like,
Or like the gist.
oh, you want a dick ride, and like you're not
Who's
original.
Jada Waiter?
She's this she's a rapper's baby mama, but she's an influencer as well. She also has her own brand.
Do I know? I guess I don't know her.
She's little. You know who Lil Baby is?
Yeah.
She's her. Oh my gosh, his baby mama.
Mama. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's like really cool. She's like dresses cute. She has cute hairstyles. And I was just trying to be funny, you know? Like I wasn't being serious, but people were like, oh my gosh, like you're too old to be like following. You're such a follower. Da, da, da. And it's just like,
Oh my
these
god. Not too
meanest-
old, bitch. We made the internet.
Like, hello.
Like, don't sit here and say that we're too old. I like invented her, you know?
You know what I saw the other day, and it was like a positive thing that I was talking about. It was just saying like you're never too old to chase your dreams because I can't even remember like the famous people, but it's like blah 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 made it when they were 45.
Harrison
Right.
Ford made it at 45. Vera Wang made it at 70. Oprah made it at 40.
Like she knows the whole post.
I do, girl.
I know it's
I read it a lot. I read it a lot when I get down to the dumps. I'm
Girl.
like, okay, I got 10 more years,
Right.
Oprah. You know what I mean? And Oprah got fired from her job. And then she was like, damn, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then,
And then figured it out.
figured it out.
Yeah.
I've been getting my hate comments. I've only gotten like 5 now. It's like 5 is the most. They've all been from men though.
Yeah.
Really?
Actually, 6 if you count that one from 3 years ago that somebody made a fake Instagram, and is definitely somebody that I knew, which fuck you still. But I never found out. I didn't care. But yeah, they're all for men. The other day I woke up with like, get this girl out of my YouTube is the one where they're mean.
Was it a
YouTube?
shorts? Yeah,
Yes.
they're so mean
And
on
the guy
shorts.
this guy was like, get this girl out of my algorithm. First of all, you're commenting. Second of all, I commented. I said, commenting back to stay in your algorithm.
Wait, was it the one that you posted the other day? It was
Yeah.
like,
You're not memorable.
Yeah.
So
No,
many-
that's relatable.
So many people. I got actually 3 DMs from girls, and they were like, this happens to me. And I was like, well, I'm not talking about you. Like, I remember you, like, and you're my friend, and like, whatever. I was like, I'm talking about like loser guys at the bar. If you watch the fucking context of the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
But no, that was actually
that
very
is
relatable.
relatable.
Yeah, like
I mean, I guess I can't relate in that way, but I'm relatable to forgetting people.
right,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure. Yeah.
But people were really upset by that. And I was like, wow, this is supposed to be funny.
Yeah, right. People take offense
Whoa,
to us, like
what's
the
going
smallest
on?
stuff. And that for me, I want to like always just block everybody. I'm like block
Yeah.
because you're not gonna come on my page like
Right.
spewing hate towards me. I'm trying to uplift people.
Right.
Like,
and I'm trying to like work
being
in this economy. Damn. You know?
but my husband always tells me like you have to think like the celebrities. Like just don't respond, don't block them, or if you
Yeah.
do respond, don't be mean. I'm just like that's so hard.
Paris
'Cause you-
Hilton says, don't give it breath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce says, always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what I try to live by.
Exactly. Yes.
But it's hard. It's hard for sure. A lot of the comments, I'm just like, okay, I'll just close the app, and then in like an hour, I won't remember any of it. But sometimes I want to be like, you MF, like,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're not a girl's girl. Yeah.
Right. Hello.
Like I don't, I will say I do feel bad. This kind of haunts me. The only time I've ever been like a little troll on the internet, and I'll own it, was season 1 of Selling Sunset when I
Ooh.
commented on Davina's post, and I was like, "Ew, this is how you age when you're mean."
No.
And she did block me, or
She
is it
did?
something like that? Yeah, like rightfully so. Like because I went back to delete it. Because I felt bad, and then I was blocked. But I was like, yeah, okay, girl. So I really do apologize to Davina. That was not cool of me. I got really emotional about like Chriselle, and like it's not even a good show, but I got really
You don't like
emotional
Selling
about
Sunset?
no,
I love it.
probably because I'm in real estate, so I'm
No,
like, this
yeah.
is fucking fake
No, I love it though.
as hell.
Yeah.
Could you imagine me showing up in a bikini top?
Girl, the outfits.
With your husband, you guys are selling your house,
Right.
And you're my client, and I'm like, hey,
Girl, because the outfits.
Couldn't be
6-inch
me.
heels.
Couldn't be me.
Right.
Up and down those stairs, especially
Yeah.
in LA with the heels and the like Mahal. No,
Yeah.
thank you. No, thank you.
I love that show though.
Yeah, but anyways, I got like 2 because the divorce is happening in real time too, and then Davina was like really defending Justin, and I know like in my mind, like I know it was probably edited in some way too to
Yeah.
make her seem more like the villain. I do feel bad, and I do regret
You
that a
tried
lot.
to,
yeah, I really
you
do
tried
regret
to
that.
rectify
So
it, but
I'm owning it. I'm owning it. Okay, I'm owning it. Okay, moving on to articles this week's rest of the news. Did you hear about the OnlyFans model that killed her boyfriend?
yes.
You did hear about that.
Yeah.
Like last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what'd you hear about it? Because now I forgot.
I'm
I
like,
barely
don't
remember, honestly.
Yeah, no. So this week her parents were indicted
Mm-hmm.
as like suspects in the case of helping her
Really?
cover up his murder. So from what I remember, which I guess I should have done a little refresh, they were fighting in the elevator of their
Mhm.
apartment, and then she like stabbed him to death, and then she posted on OnlyFans like later that night and like the next day, and then the next day like per her grid.
Mm-hmm.
But I also had this thought when this cycled back, I wonder if it was just already scheduled. Because they're like, she's posting like nothing happened. But I wonder if it was just already scheduled. And I don't know, she killed her boyfriend and kind of
Yes,
forgot
yeah,
that it was
yeah.
scheduled and forgot to So I
I
don't know.
doubt it.
But isn't that crazy? I think, was he cheating? Hold on, let me
No,
look it
I
up.
didn't think that he was.
I don't think he was either.
No. Yeah, I don't think that he was at all. He seemed like, I mean, from
A
what I
nice
read,
guy.
like a really
Yeah.
nice guy.
And she was, hold on, she was like Canadian or something. Oh my God, not OnlyFans.com. Hold on.
Is she in jail right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, because I feel like that's another example of those couples that try to look perfect online. Because I feel like their whole image was like, oh my gosh, we're so cute and we're so perfect. And then that happens. So you really cannot trust everything that you see online. Okay, please don't. Because those perfect looking couples will be lying to you.
It's so true. Okay, a social media model accused of fatally stabbing her boyfriend in a luxury Miami condo. Once the case resolved as soon as possible, her attorney said.
I feel like the people around were saying that like they were arguing a lot too.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
it was
what I
something like that.
remember.
Okay, this is interesting. OnlyFans murder suspects crime family
Right? Wait.
parents. So she comes from a crime family. Parents hacked into victim's laptop. So that's the new the Texas. Okay, so they're from Texas, but she was living in Florida. The
Okay.
Texas parents of an OnlyFans model arrested in Miami for her boyfriend's stabbing death have been likened to a crime family. Okay, so they're not a crime family. After warrants in the case revealed that they allegedly discussed how to break into the victim's computer after taking it from the couple's apartment. These charges are against the Clenny crime family. So they are a crime family? This is not a good article, you guys. Like, are they crime or are they not crime? Okay, the parents are accused of discussing PIN and password options in a group text with 4 of their daughter's lawyers.
I just feel like if she didn't kill him, who did?
No, she definitely did.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
That's wild, though. Like, my mom is not a ride or die like that. I'll tell you that much. She would be
Girl.
like, she did it.
Okay.
Yeah, she
We're
did
not
it.
covering that up. You
Yeah.
gotta deal with the consequences.
It's too much, but yeah. And then she put him in a suitcase, didn't she? Is that what happened? I thought she.
I
told
didn't
him.
hear
I've
that.
not heard much about this
Girl, maybe I'm
story.
getting it confused with other just random stories I listen to. Okay, so speaking of another true crime, have you heard about the Kansas City 3
No.
that passed away at their friend's house?
Oh, I think I did hear
Yes.
about that. Yeah.
The Chiefs fans.
Yeah.
So it was 5 guys originally, 1 host, and 4 guys came over to the house to watch the Chiefs game and then allegedly Jeopardy. One of them left earlier, I guess, like after the Chiefs game ended and didn't stay.
Okay.
3 of them were found dead 2 days later in the snow, buried in the snow, frozen to death at the guy's house who they all went over to. Now, the host was passed out on the couch for 2 days. And now it's come out. We got toxicology reports back. Let me read what it says. Toxicology report came back. Cocaine, fentanyl, and THC showed up in the preliminary reports. A level 10 fentanyl could kill, and they were at a level 30.
What?
Yeah. And
Including the host or just the
well, I guess just
the deceased?
Yeah, the deceased. So the host went to rehab. He's been coined the chemist by all of his friends. Like
Wow.
he just was like a known drug dealer in the friend group, I guess, or like in
okay.
the community. And you know, I guess they were doing the cocaine.
Mhm.
And allegedly, I'm just throwing
It
that
was
word in
mixed
there.
or
Yeah, it
something.
was like mixed or something with fentanyl. That's crazy. 30 milligrams or
Do you think he did that since he's known as the chemist in the sense of they call him the chemist because he would mix different drugs together for people?
and on this
You know.
episode of True Crime brought to you by Taylor, maybe, yeah. Or even like
The guy
was
that
he
left.
was he just or was he like even too just fucked up and like put too much in there like on accident?
Or was it laced and they had no
And they
idea?
didn't
Right.
know.
But
But-
the person that left, that's fishy to me. Because, I mean,
Yeah, and
You know?
also I'm like, what, you think he did it or you think he just
I
had
don't know.
sense or
Maybe
what?
maybe he had something to do with it. And that's why he's like, oh, let me get out of here. You know what I'm
The
saying?
plot thickens.
Ooh.
That's true.
But also, like, how did
Actually,
the host,
he did it.
How did the host be okay? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, with
But
one of
He
his
yeah.
was
friends.
okay, but all of his friends were
Died.
the ones that died.
Yeah.
So
And,
that's
like,
what people
got
were
the
saying, but they
overdose.
died technically of like hypothermia. So here's
But you
what
just
I'm
said
thinking.
that fentanyl was 30 and
30
10
to, I
can
don't think they,
kill
but
a
I don't think they
person.
died like, I don't think it was like, I don't know how you do the
But
drugs.
they were buried in the snow. So somebody buried them.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, they were buried.
They
in
were
the
like,
snow?
yeah, they weren't just like on the porch. They were like buried in this, not like dug, I guess, but
Like
sketch.
face down.
Yeah,
kinda.
like-
how has no one been arrested yet?
Well,
they
they're still yeah, he's in rehab. He has been
Well, 'cause
arrested, I think,
no,
or
but
something.
originally they said it wasn't a homicide.
Yeah, where is this in?
Hmm.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
The Midwest is wild.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so yet. We don't know anything about it, which I think is crazy that it's like taking so slow. They were doing the toxicology report first, and I think that's why they said it wasn't a homicide, because they initially said that they died of hypothermia in the snow.
So almost like they were just like too messed up. They wandered outside.
They wandered
and
outside, or
then
they needed air. You
passed
know what
out.
I'm thinking? Like, you know, the people that are, I guess it's fentanyl, like the ones that are like the zombies.
Mhm.
Like, what if they were just doing that? Obviously, they didn't grab a jacket and they just like,
Passed out.
they were
outside.
just like standing outside, and then they just passed out, and then they died. Like, that's what I think happened. Or they went out for, other people are saying they went out for a cigarette. I mean, I don't know if there was nicotine in their system, but that's like what they're saying. Because somebody who's going outside to like be outside in 29-degree weather, you would bring a jacket.
Right.
So like they obviously weren't in their right mind to go outside in the first place. But I'm like, it's giving wandering situation.
Yeah.
And then one was engaged and had a fiance, and then the other two had girlfriends. And the fiance was the one who's like, I haven't heard from my guy in like 2 days. And bitch, 2 days.
Okay, the
like,
first few hours.
few
if
hours.
You are not
if you're not
home,
home by midnight,
like
I'm
what's
ringing the
up?
alarm.
Calling missing person.
Yeah.
literally.
Calling all your friends.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Also, I mean, not to speculate, but like, it's not giving you were watching the Chiefs game doing drugs. You know what I mean? It's kind of giving
Yeah.
orgy. Like,
I don't know. Why are you doing like such
Hard
drugs
drugs.
to watch a football game?
and then Jeopardy? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So I
It's
don't
not
know,
adding
girl.
up. It's not.
The
adding
math
up.
is not
mathing.
mathing.
Okay. So Gypsy Rose, there's been some weird things that have come out recently. Have you heard?
I haven't heard, but please update me.
Okay, so allegedly she is married to her brother.
What brother?
Exactly. What brother? Apparently, Dee Dee had a child. Dee Dee is her mom.
Yeah.
Had a child before she was married to Gypsy's dad. And did she give him up? I can't remember. I think she gave him up or something like that, because they did not grow up together.
Yeah, definitely
And
not.
Anyways, now what the fuck is his name? I can't remember. Anderson?
Yeah,
What's his
that's
name?
last name.
Yeah.
I think.
He wrote to Gypsy in jail. Girl, I can't unsee it. They look exactly alike. They are
No.
DNA matched as brother and sister.
Wait, I
No,
didn't
and
know
they're
that.
married?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And she's Stassi Schroeder's third cousin or something like that. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
Yeah, I just heard that they had the same last. Is it the same last names? Oh, well, Gypsy Rose. Is that her?
Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yeah.
Oh, Blanchard. Oh, but Anderson was the last name of the guy that she had the son.
Ryan
with. Okay.
Anderson. Yeah.
And who she's married to. Has the
Online
same-
users have claimed that the mother had another child named Ryan Anderson from her past relationship. For your information, Gypsy Rose is currently married to a man with the same name. Due to that, people have speculated that Ryan is Gypsy Rose's actual brother from her mother's past relationship. I think this is true.
I was like, I would not put anything past her. She's crazy. I'm sorry. When she came online and people were like, oh
No.
my gosh, we love you so much. I'm like, do y'all not remember that this girl plotted to kill her own mother?
Okay, I was a lover. I was
No,
a lover. I was that
She
girl.
was.
No.
I've always been
Okay,
a little
but-
skeptical.
Girl, when people are like free, I am like free gypsy.
No,
okay?
absolutely
like,
not.
You think she's a con artist
Under the jail.
Oh yeah,
Under
okay.
the jail?
Yes. Did you not watch the show?
Yes, girl, I'm up to date on all of the Gypsy Rose stuff in real time.
She
years
was
ago.
literally telling homeboy to kill her
I know,
mom.
but like,
And she was okay with it.
Munchausen.
Mm-mm.
Okay, but also to kind of prove what we're saying here.
To get you on the right side of
Right,
history.
hello.
The spokesperson for Gypsy Rose has this Facebook group page, and the Facebook group page has been there when she was the spokesperson and everything. She has come out saying that Gypsy Rose is a con artist, everything. Like, she is also just as bad. She came from a family of generations of con artists. She's
Yeah.
been groomed to be a con artist. Like, she knows all the ways to like manipulate anybody.
Well,
and
I've been
everyone.
conned, you know?
And so she was
Who
saying,
did you say was the stepmom or the aunt or something is like leading the Facebook group that she's scary?
Oh, it's Gypsy's stepmom.
It's actually funny though because on Wikipedia, Stassi Schroeder of Vanderpump Rules, it says like relatives Gypsy Rose. And you know,
I wouldn't wanna be
Stassi
related
loves
to her.
being crazy, and she's like, I'm so honored. Like, I mean, now I'm
No,
like,
no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Question mark.
No question mark. Period. Period. No, ma'am. Period.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she plotted, but also the mom was
Yeah.
like abusing her. I mean, it doesn't two
understand that,
wrongs
but
don't make
you-
her
that's what
right.
I'm saying.
Yes,
you don't have
I
to
agree.
kill your mother.
She
It's not
took
like
advantage of someone who, I mean,
Yeah, that's
obviously-
true.
Yes.
And you know, he's in jail for life. He's never getting
Exactly.
parole, and she's just out, kind of married to her brother.
No, and what's
Right.
crazy is like in Nick Vile's podcast with her, she was like, I wasn't the one who did the killing. Like, everyone needs to remember, I didn't do the killing.
But he only did that because she asked. It was not his
And
idea
he-
at all.
And she
he was
gave
just
him the
in love
knife
with her.
or something.
Well, and also like she knew that he was wanting to like, I don't know, not like he was wanting to kill someone, but you know,
Had
already
that
had
Yeah,
other
that
personality.
desire, yeah.
desire. And so she used what she's learned from her mom to manipulate him.
Right.
Damn, and then left his ass in the dust in jail. I
Yes,
mean, yeah, that is
exactly.
fucked up. Yeah.
She was in the house when her mom got murdered. She was
Yeah.
in the house.
She could have
listening
called
to every-
911.
She could have done. She could walk. She could have ran
that's
away.
True. That's
She
true.
could have run away, but instead she was like, "I'm gonna keep going along with this." No.
Yes, and that's what this person who was a spokesperson for them was saying, was that like Gypsy the whole time knew that this was all just trying to manipulate people so they could get perks,
Money.
get money,
Yeah.
and everything. Like Gypsy always knew she wasn't actually sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's what
I haven't. That's so crazy because I've watched every single thing on Gypsy Rose, and I'm like, free her, bless
no,
her.
absolutely not.
Okay, but also it's a baby voice for me. Hey guys.
Yeah, that was an act.
I know.
It's all an act. Like
And then also,
on.
Hulu, the act.
the act.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I want Gypsy Rose and Anna Delvy to link up.
Oh no,
Anna, okay, what's your-
I love Anna Delvy.
Okay,
I love her.
I'm not
sorry.
gonna lie. Like, so I was going down a rabbit, not in real time, but like when it came out and she went
Yeah.
to jail, and then was it the Hulu show, like the shows, and then the documentary,
Netflix,
whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of was like, towards the end of everything, I was like, I seemed like you guys just didn't ask enough questions. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Honestly,
Like, I kind of was like, maybe she's not a con man.
they
like,
just believed everything she said. That's called manifesting.
Exactly. Did you see when she was on the rooftop with Kelly Catrone and they did because she was on house arrest? So
Mhm.
Kelly Catrone, you know, from The Hills,
Mhm.
Teen Vogue editor.
Okay,
remember?
okay.
She's in all black all the time. You don't know who I'm
I
talking
have
about.
to see her.
I
Okay,
don't
it's
either.
okay. It's okay. But so Anna Delvey like got out of jail and she's on house arrest
Mhm.
in New York still. She's supposed to be deported back to wherever the fuck she's supposed to be from. Not Germany, but just wherever.
Yeah.
She's not deported. I don't know why. I'm kind of here for it. I'm
No,
not going to give her my money,
same.
but whatever. So Kelly Catrone was like, "Oh, let's throw you like a fashion show like party like on your rooftop since you." I don't know if it was like Kelly's idea, but anyways, they both linked up,
Mhm.
and she had a fucking like fashion show / party on her building's rooftop
so
because she couldn't
cool.
leave. It was giving like. That is kind of influencer iconic.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
really think she was like, I have this vision for my life, and I'm not gonna stop until it comes true.
Like the way that she was also linked up with Billy McFarland. I was like, the con woman out con the con man. But I'm
Dude.
also like, he was definitely like, that was con. Like I watched Fire Fest and
Yeah.
all that shit. And like the
Yeah,
documentary,
yeah.
both Hulu and Netflix. And I was like, no, you're stupid. Like you should be in jail. But her, I was like, you're just asking people to invest in your company. If they're not asking the questions.
Right.
That's their fault.
I mean, kind of, right? Like, and again, like the shows only and the documentaries only have so much that they can put in. So
Right.
I'm sure things were left out. That Moroccan scene, though,
Girl.
I did not have 60,000. I can tell you that much.
At all.
Hello,
like, how do you
American
even-
Express.
How do you even get to that point? Like, Delulu.
the way that I want to have that much carefree in the world, where I'm like,
Girl, me too.
another one. Oh, we'll just stay in this fancy hotel. Like, you know what I mean?
And you have no money to pay for it.
You have no money.
Like, how?
And then she was like also staying in those hotels for months, like in New York. And then she befriended that girl that worked there. But how, and the credit card of it all.
Right. And she just kept getting away with it.
I mean,
I'm proud of her.
I am too, guys. I'm like, so anyways, I kind of want them to like link up.
No.
Okay,
That'd
but
be too bad.
A little slight justice for Anna Delvy. Now, I don't really want to be friends with her, and I kind of want to be a fly on the wall at the parties and like whatever, because I feel like I'm too gullible, and she would definitely con my ass.
I just want to learn a little bit from her.
Just a little bit.
Just something.
But
just something.
Yeah. That's. I hope she makes a good comeback.
Me too.
I'm into that. Okay, well, this was so amazing. I'm glad I got to talk about the tea a little bit with you today.
Same.
And also, get a little peek into your little influencer life. What are your plugs? How can people follow you?
Oh my gosh. I'm everywhere, y'all. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LTK if you want to shop my links.
And I absolutely do. I'll be following.
But you can follow me on socials. My main platform is Instagram. So at Codi Alyn, CODIALYN. And it's pretty much the same for all the other platforms. Made it real easy for you to keep up with me.
I didn't, because ours is like different everywhere because everybody has a fucking handle. It's like annoying. The links will be linked in the show notes of this episode and on YouTube. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, because Coffee Meets Vodka with no dots got taken on Instagram. But
Yeah, and then they won't answer my DM. Girl, so then I have to do like
active account.
No, it's not active, which I'm like, rude. And it only has 80 followers, and it really is about coffee. And anywho, so okay, well, thank you so much for coming. I hope you'll be a guest again soon, and
definitely.
You can definitely come on any other time. And whenever we're gonna be manifesting your little LA experience,
yes,
and we'll be praying for you. I love that
because I don't find out until March. So
yeah,
they make you wait that long.
Yeah, girl, they make you wait forever, so it's good. But okay, awesome. Well, thanks for coming. We'll see you.
For having
we'll see you guys
me.
again next week. Bye.
Bye.